The big news, literally, is the addition of the Mulsanne extended wheelbase, just 25 of which are headed stateside for 2017. We only rode in that model, as will most of its owners. Owing to a 9.8-inch longer wheelbase and first-class airline-style seats boasting extendable leg rests, the rear compartment is even more luxurious. It also features tables that deploy from the full-length console, power-operated blackout curtains, and an optional refrigerator with holders for the de rigueur crystal champagne flutes. Grab hold of the solid metal handle, open the heavy door, and you'll find an interior that's largely familiar. There's leather everywhere, including on the ceiling and the pillars. A meaty swath of high-gloss wood caps the door panels, matching veneers adorn the dash and console, and the seat backs feature folding tables. The seats themselves are of a new design. They proved comfortable for a multi-hour sit. For the rear seat passengers, there are 10.2-inch tablets that rise out of the front seat backs and can be removed or used in place. In the extended wheelbase, they're rather far away, so a separate remote touchpad is provided. The tablets can control various functions in the car and run a slew of apps via a Wi-Fi hotspot. Up front, the center multi-function display is larger, with reworked logic, Apple CarPlay functionality, and fresh graphics. It's now a touchscreen, but it retains the same, now more redundant buttons and knob controller. These are still located on the dash rather than in the more typical location on the console ahead of the center armrest. Although the screen is larger, at 8 inches, it looks puny in comparison to the widescreen units in the Mercedes-Benz S-Class or the BMW 7 Series, let alone the giant screen that dominates the dashboard of the Tesla Model S. Unlike those cars, however, the Mulsanne comes with not one but 3 hefty chromed metal ashtrays. It's almost enough to make you want to take up smoking, although it'd be a crime to stink up this interior. Like the cabin, the driving experience is familiar. The 6.8-liter turbocharged V8 dates back 60 years and holds the dubious title of being the only imported engine with a pushrod valve train. It was last revised for 2015, with the arrival of the Speed, and its 505 horsepower and 752 pounds-to-foot of torque are sent to the rear wheels via an 8-speed automatic. Throttle tip-in is extraordinarily smooth, enhancing the sense of effortless acceleration around town. The Mulsanne is a wide machine, a quality you're much more keenly aware of when driving the car in Europe, as we did, than you might be on broad American boulevards. And yet, exact placement of the Mulsanne on narrow lanes in the face of oncoming traffic is a far less nerve-wracking task than you'd expect, thanks to the hydraulically assisted power steering's precision and heft. We also drove the Mulsanne on a stretch of unrestricted Autobahn, where one can pin the long travel throttle all the way into the wool carpet and drink deeply from the V8's vast well of power. It's particularly impressive to be cruising along at a casual 95 miles per hour and just roll into the throttle, feeling the engine's great wave of thrust push you up to 140 miles per hour, no downshift necessary. With the engine's torque peak at 1,750 revolutions per minute and the red line at a diesel-like 4,500 revolutions per minute, there's not much point in revving. Nor is there a whole lot of need for the Speed's additional 25 horsepower and 59 pounds-to-foot of torque, which costs some $30,000 more. The Speed also comes with dark-tinted chrome exterior trim, diamond-quilted upholstery, 21-inch wheels, and chassis tuning that is ever so slightly firmer. Plenty of buyers choose it, though, if only because it's the top of the range, or was, before the extended wheelbase was added. For 2017, Mulsanne are treated to chassis changes that include revised air springs, new bushings, and variable engine mounts, all in the quest of greater refinement. New Dunlop tires are lined with a layer of absorption foam. At highway speeds, tire noise is eerily absent, although wind noise remains. On two-lane roads, the only indication that you're moving is the passing scenery, and bumps are more rumored than felt.